Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We continue with Vedanta treatise, personality chart. Before we go into the text, have to address a question. What is the question?
There is a purpose for wealth. Hoarding is not the purpose. Dhanam, Yajnam, that is the purpose, and the same day you swear it up. Similarly, what is the purpose of at the physical level and at the emotional level? What is the purpose? What is the purpose?
I was saying in the other class. Oh, there is an echo. 1 second. Yeah. Is it okay now? It's okay. No, the speaker was on. I didn't. The question is, I said in one of the sessions, I said wealth has a purpose. In the discussion of Bhajagovindam, I said everything has a purpose. Meaning, wealth is a responsibility given to you. You need to know how to share it, not hoard it, do dhanam, all that kind of discussions. Now the question is in relation to emotion and knowledge also, what is it?
Physical, emotional, and intellectual.
At the level of the wealth is to give dhanam. Wealth is not to hoard. The purpose of the senses is to do the right action. Senses means the body. The purpose of the body is to do the right action. Whatever be the right action is, I'm not going into what is right action. Whatever be the right action is. The purpose of wealth is to do dhanam. The purpose of senses is to practice control. The purpose of action is to do right action. The purpose of emotion is a universality. The purpose of knowledge is to discriminate between the temporary and the permanent. Intellect is given so that you can discriminate and distinguish and understand the difference between the permanent and the impermanent, the real and the unreal. The purpose of emotion is a universality. Universality means opposite of mindness. The purpose of action, when I say the purpose of action means the choice of action. In the human being, we always talk about the choice. The choice of action is because he can do the right action, whatever be the right action is. The purpose of the senses is not to indulge. The purpose of the senses is to practice sense control. Are you able to follow? Similarly, one purpose. For each and every aspect of the personality, the purpose. All this we derive from the fundamental purpose, the very purpose of life. The very purpose of life, we call it as the Jiva Brahma Aikya. The individuality has to merge with the individual has to merge back with Brahman is the purpose. The ultimate purpose. For that purpose, these things has to be done. is the understanding that you need to have. The purpose is what the Upanishadic way of calling it as Jiva Brahma Aikya. The individuality has to merge with the Brahman. That's the purpose. For that purpose, what all has to be done? Something has to be done at the level of the wealth, at the level of the senses, at the level of the action, at the level of the emotion, at the level of the intellect, knowledge. So yeah, is it okay? That's what generally is. And this is what we are discussing in all the classes. Individually, there's nothing. In each and every class, we take up one and we discuss. There I discussed in detail because the context was Artham Anartham Bhave Nityam. He spoke about wealth. Because of the context of wealth came into the discussion of Bhajagoindam, I went into the detail. In some other context, something else will come, we will go into the detail. So right through, we will be discussing it again and again and again. So if you ask to list out everything, we don't, it's not done that way. When the context comes, it will be explained. So yeah. Now I get back to the text. We are discussing the Sattvic. Today we start with the discussion of the Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic actor. Last week we saw Jnanam and action. Correct, Bhaskar? We finished with knowledge and action. Today we start with the Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic actor. Who is the Sattvic actor? A Sattvic actor is one who is free from attachment, not egoistic, endued with firmness and enthusiasm, unaffected by success and failure, is called a Sattvic. A Rajasic actor is one who is passionate, desirous of fruit of action, greedy, cruel, impure, moved by joy and sorrow, is Rajasic. Tamasic is one who is not steadfast, vulgar, stubborn, deceptive, malicious, lazy, despondent, procrastinating. These characteristics, if in a person, he is known as a Tamasic actor. A Tamasic actor, first thing of a Tamasic actor is he is not steadfast. Ayukta, the Sanskrit word that he uses in the original Bhagavad Gita verse is he is an Ayukta. Ayukta means not steadfast. Not steadfast means not consistent in pursuing a course of action. He will take up something, he will do it little bit, leave it halfway, pick up something else, led by the whims and fancy of the mind. He is known as a Tamasic actor. He is a vulgar. He says Tamasic actor is vulgar, he says. Vulgar in action. The three types of action. Manasam, Vachikam, Kayakam. In thought, in word and deed. There will be an element of vulgarity in the words. There will be an element of vulgarity in thoughts. There will be an element of vulgarity in deeds. Such a person is called as a Tamasic actor. He is stubborn. A Tamasic actor is a stubborn person. When he says stubborn, what it means is stubborn means clinging on to a course of action fanatically, not willing to yield to logic and reason. He will not be willing to yield to any logic and reason. He will fanatically hold on to his own way of functioning. Such a person is called a tamasic actor. Typical characteristic of a tamasic person, tamasic actor, is he is deceptive. Deceptive na deceitful, misleading. And intention to cheat and bring this cheating into action. He is a tamasic actor. He has an intention of cheating. Now, obviously cheating is for one's own end. No, you don't cheat a person for their welfare. You cheat a person for cheating means there is some selfishness in it. He is alasya, lazy. Please understand, he is lazy, disinclined to obligatory actions. Generally itself, he may be a lazy person, but when we talk about a tamasic actor, laziness, you should understand it in specific to he is lazy. He has a disregard for obligatory duty and responsibility. Like, for example, the obligatory duty is to exercise. I'm just giving this as an example. The obligatory duty is to exercise. This tamasic actor is one, disregards that. He pays no attention to this obligatory duty. Anything that is obligatory, he will not do. That is what is known as lazy. Because most of the time, whenever we talk about laziness in English language, laziness is mostly misunderstood at no action, zero action, inaction. We have seen any number of times, insignia of life is action. You cannot be inactive. You cannot be not doing action. It means what? You have two possibilities. Useful action, useless action. Meaningful action, meaningless action. So the meaningless action, wanting to do the useless, meaningless action and not doing the obligatory action is alasya, laziness. You should be able to understand laziness in a specific way like this. Don't misunderstand. Lazy means he's a sleeping person. It is just one of the way in which laziness happens. But in the context of what we are discussing, Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic actor, laziness means a disregard to obligatory duty, the disregard to the responsibility that one has to perform. So in relation to that, he is a tamasic actor. Because when he is not doing that which he ought to do, what is he doing? He is doing something else. He is acting based on likes and dislikes. Are you able to follow? So when a person is not doing that which he ought to do, he is acting on likes and he is acting on likes and dislikes. So in that sense, he is a tamasic actor. And a typical quality, typical consequence of a tamasic actor is despondency. Sattvic actor has a consequence, Rajasic actor has a consequence, Tamasic actor has a consequence. The typical quality of the tamasic actor is despondency. Vishadaha. Vishada means despondency. The entire Bhagavad Gita is about Vishadam only. Arjuna's Vishada in one chapter, Krishna's solution to get out of Vishada for 17 chapters. Chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Arjuna's despondency. So in one chapter, the despondency of a person is described. 17 chapters, he gives the solution to overcome that. So if you look at it right through, a tamasic actor gets a despondent, depressed, dejected. The Gita commentary, he calls it as a pessimistic actor. He is a tamasic person. The last quality is procrastination. Procrastination without any reason behind it. Simply postponing, that's all. There is no reason for postponing. Procrastination means a tendency to put things off. No interest in finalizing the work undertaken. No interest in completing a task that is undertaken. This typical quality is what is known as procrastination. And the typical quality of the tamasic actor is he is procrastination. He procrastinates. Procrastinates means postponing. Give him anything, there will be a tendency to postpone. If these qualities are there in you, I'm not meaning anybody in person here. If these qualities are there in a person, that person is known as a tamasic actor. Now comes a rajasic actor. A rajasic actor is one who is ragi. He is passionate. Passionate means moved by, affected by raga and dvesha. He is affected by raga and dvesha. Affected by raga dvesha means actions will be done only for the sake of raga and dvesha. Tamasic actor, though he has raga dvesha, he will not do anything. He will keep postponing it. A rajasic actor is one who acts on raga and dvesha direct. As a result of which, what is the consequence of him? He will be moved by joy or sorrow. Because the result of an action is joy or sorrow. You do an action, that action has the result of producing sukha or dukkha. The result of giving you joy or the result of giving you sorrow. In the action, when you see all actions has these two results. What are the two results? The results of sukha and dukkha, joy or sorrow. You can call it as sukha, dukkha, joy, sorrow, swarga, naraka, any word you can use. What it means is two, ishtam, anishtam. We give pairs of opposites. We give context to get the madri words kurthunde irupom avladha. Ishtam, anishtam, sukha, dukkha, swarga, naraka, pleasurable, unpleasurable, all. But what it means is you have an action, you do an action, and that action produces the result of sukha or dukkha. And a rajasic actor is disturbed by the sukha and dukkha. Is affected by sukha and dukkha. Moved by means affected by sukha and dukkha. A tamasic actor, the consequence of tamasic actor, we said, is despondent. He sits in depression. A rajasic person is one who is affected by sukha and dukkha, moved by joy or sorrow. Moved by joy and sorrow means constantly focusing on that which gives sukha and avoid that which gives dukkha. As a rajasic actor. Again I repeat, a rajasic actor is one who performs action which will give him raga dvesham nale adha artham adukku. Raga nale pleasurable, dvesha na hatred. So doing that which gives you pleasure and avoiding that which you do not like to do. Desirous of fruit of action. Typical characteristic of rajasic actor is even before he starts the action, he starts dreaming about the fruit and make plans to enjoy the fruit. He is a rajasic actor. Even before the action is complete, even before he gets the fruit, he has plans for how to. He has plans of how to enjoy the fruit. He starts dreaming about how to enjoy the fruit. He has a plan for enjoying the fruit. Such a person is called rajasic. Such a person is called rajasic actor. Desirous of fruit. This desirous of fruit of action makes him a greedy one. Greedy. He's greedy. Greedy in the sense, greedy in the sense of a greedy in the sense of a constant dissatisfaction. Impure, moved by joy and sorrow. Such a person is called rajasic is a rajasic actor. So, consequence you understand. Whenever there is depression, it is tamasic actor. Whenever there is an affectation by sukha dukkha, it is rajasic action. He is a rajasic actor. Tamasic actor na sitting in depression. Rajasic actor na affected by joy and sorrow. Now, who's a sattvic actor? Sattvic actor is one, the consequence. Ipo tamasic actor ke consequence I said is depression. Rajasic actor ke I said consequence is affected by joy and sorrow. Sattvic actor can utsaha, enthusiastic. All the time in the Sanskrit word is utsaha. The modern day terminology is full of energy. Is full of energy. You can say full of positive energy, full of vibration. I don't know what all words people use. You can use, but this kind of a person is a sattvic actor. His utsaha doesn't get diminished because of success or failure. His utsaha doesn't get diminished because of results not going his way or result coming in his way. That's what he means by unaffected by the result. So, actor characteristic feature is utsaha. Opposite of utsaha is, understand it like this, bored, wanting variety. இதே திருப்பி எப்படி சார் பண்ணின்னு இருக்கிறது? போர் அடிக்கிறது. Let us do something. Let us do something different. For in life we have to do something. ஒரே அப்படியே இருக்கக்கூடாது சார், மெக்கானிக்கலா இருக்கக்கூடாது லைஃப். Life should not be mechanical. We need life should have that variety. A sattvic actor follows a discipline and he is enthusiastic about it. He doesn't need that variety. That's what Sattvic actor is all about. Again, I repeat, the Sattvic actor is one who has a discipline and he is enthusiastic in his discipline, doesn't need any variety. Opposite of that is to maintain the enthusiasm, you need some variety. There is something. Utsaha is an energetic, enthusiastic attitude. Utsaha means an energetic, enthusiastic attitude towards action. That is Utsaha. A Sattvic actor has two qualities for perfection. The two qualities that is required for perfection is Dhriti and Utsaha. Dhriti means a consistency of purpose. Now this consistency of purpose is required to complete an action. That is Dhriti. Now, how he performs that action with Utsaha, with enthusiasm. So he has an enthusiastic attitude towards completion. Sattvic actor na இந்த ரெண்டு போட்டுக்கோங்க போறோம். Sattvic actor na unaffected by the results, அதெல்லாம் too much to understand. Sattvic actor has two qualities. What are the two qualities that he has? The two qualities that he has is Dhriti, Utsaha. Zoom class la நான் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க வேண்டியிருக்கேன் நான் என்னெல்லாம் சொல்றேன். Normal class la யாராவது ஒருத்தர் எடுத்து கொடுத்துருவா, I was able to manage. If I have to and I don't have the habit of having points and talking. So my memory is getting tested. Sattvic actor na rendu quality. What are the two qualities for the Sattvic actor? Dhriti and Utsaha. Rajasic actor ku for the consequence. The Rajasic actor is one who is affected by joy and sorrow. Tamasic actor is depression. So to put it very simply, Tamasic actor equals depression bottom. Rajasic actor equals affected by joy and sorrow. Sattvic actor Dhriti and Utsaha. What brings Dhriti and Utsaha is Jnana, knowledge. அது ஞானம் இருந்தாதான் Dhriti and Utsaha வரும். ஞானம் இல்லாம you can't have Dhriti and Utsaha. Here knowledge comes in. Are you able to follow? So how will Dhriti and Utsaha come? Dhriti and Utsaha comes through knowledge. What is the knowledge? The knowledge of obligatory. You have to do that which you ought to do irrespective of success or failure. This is knowledge. Knowledge is very simple. Knowledge means you need to do that which ought to be done irrespective of success or failure. Success or failure is an effect. He is focused in the doing. He is indifferent to the result. Sattvic actor. Rajasic actor is focused on the result, agitated doing. Tamasic actor, what does the Tamasic actor do? Doesn't do at all. As an Tamasic actor. Again, I repeat. The A sattvic actor understands. What does he understand? He understands the cause and effect relationship. Doing is the cause, result is the effect. So he is enthusiastic and he practices dhriti and utsaha in relation to the doing, firmness, consistency of purpose, and enthusiastic and an enthusiasm in doing, while turning indifferent to the result. He is a sattvic actor. Who is a rajasic actor? A rajasic actor is one who is more concerned about the result and enjoyment of the result, very less concerned about the doing. In the rendu perukkum exactly opposite is a tamasic fellow, because the tamasic fellow doesn't do anything. Since he doesn't do anything, he doesn't get anything, he sits in depression. When you do something, you get something, because action produces a phala. When you are not doing that which you are supposed to do, you don't get. That gives depression. When you do that which you are supposed to do but agitated about it, mishra phala. Mishra phala means you get it, but you will not be able to enjoy it that much. A sattvic actor has found his enjoyment in the doing itself, as a result of which the phala doesn't make a big difference at all to him. These are the three actors: the sattvic actor, rajasic actor, and the tamasic actor. Yes, Raj. Rajwell. Raj.
Yes, sir. I'll just unmute. Yes, sir. See, you
can type the question, Raj.
I'm actually doing that, sir.
You are on mute. You can type the question.
Yes, I am typing it, sir. Can I also talk, sir, or you want me to type?
A sattvic actor understands. A sattvic actor understands doing is important, not the result. This is jnana. To put it very simply, in obligation, is doing the obligation important or the result of obligation important? What is important? Are you able to follow the question? In relation to obligation, a sattvic actor understands doing is important, not the result. What does it mean? Now, with reference to obligation, is doing the obligation important or the result of obligation is important? Doing the obligation is more important, not the result. Number one. Number two, and when this obligation is done, this obligation must be done with dhriti and utsaha. Obligation should not be done as a burden. For obligation is not a burden. In the way that we have understood obligations today, we have misunderstood obligations as a burden. That is why people ask, when will I be free from obligations? Because obligation is misunderstood as a burden. Obligation is misunderstood as something heavy sitting on you, which you have to be free from. Sattvic actor understands obligation is not a burden. Obligation is that which ought to be done. Rajasic actor experiences a pain, a burden. That's why he quickly wants to finish it and start enjoying the fruit. Tamasic actor in the Tamasic actor the best. Our in the confusion, he doesn't have any of these confusions at all. He doesn't have any of these problems at all. He simply does what he, at this moment, what he wants to do, he does it. At this moment, I feel like talking, I'll talk. Next moment, I feel like stopping, I stop and I switch off. He is a Tamasic actor.
Sir,
Are you able to follow?
sir, good evening, sir. I have typed, but it didn't come open to all, I hope. So if you don't mind, I'll just put the question, sir. Hello?
A question.
Sir, Raju here, sir.
In teamwork, how to bring about enthusiasm without focus on result? I may not be worried about result, but how to ask my teammates not worry about result? Should I just do my obligatory actions and not bother about whether my teammates do obligatory work? Very, very, very interesting question. What Vijay is saying is, individually Sattvic actor is understandable. But when it comes to teamwork, how does it happen? Please understand, life itself is teamwork. Teamwork, now you have taken teamwork means office, project, company, achieving the target. Right from birth till death, life is nothing but a teamwork only. For nothing can be done individually by anybody. So I'm assuming whenever you say teamwork, you mean a specific context of work environment. Now it is applicable there and it is applicable right through the Sattvic actor. Because it is not in relation to, it is not in relation only to that. It is applicable everywhere. Because first thing you understand, life itself is a teamwork. From birth till death, we live life as a team only. That is why life is defined as an interdependent. So, how to bring about enthusiasm without focus on result? Family is a team. Friendship is a team. Work environment in an organization, in a company is a team. Right through, it's only teamwork. Even the maid walking into your house is part of your team, no? Why discount her? For she is also part of the team. The driver coming is also part of the team. The weather is also part of the team. The government is also part of the team. So is part of the team only. Now the question is, how to ask my teammates not worry about result? Sattvic actor understands and he does not worry. He doesn't go and tell the teammates this. Please understand the difference. A Sattvic actor doesn't go and give this to the teammates. He just does his obligatory action and he remains unconcerned about whether the team does their obligatory duty or not. Again, please understand, unconcerned as an attitude. Supposing if you are a CEO and when the fellow at the lower level is not doing what he is supposed to do, you take a corrective action. All that is implied. All that is common sense. You don't need Krishna or Vedanta to come and teach you all this. This is common sense. When you are a CEO and a person at a lower level is not doing what he is supposed to do, you can't turn a blind eye to that. You need to take a corrective action. when you are taking that corrective action, are you disturbed or are you peaceful? That's what the question is. Again, I repeat, whatever necessary corrective action you have to take, you take depending upon your responsibility. If you are in a responsible position, you have to take a corrective action. And when you are taking a corrective action, are you agitated or are you peaceful? Most of the time, there is an agitation. What is agitation? The agitation is most of the time, carefully follow, most of the time, corrective action will be taken out of an anger and frustration. What is the anger? Why is the anger? Why is the frustration? The anger, the frustration is because that fellow not doing things in the way that ought to be done delays the, what does it delay? It delay your result. It delay your enjoyment of the result. Either your enjoyment of the result or enjoyment of the collective. Therefore, you get affected because you want to enjoy the result. So even when corrective action is taken, most of the time, if not always, corrective action is not taken out of love and affection. Corrective action is taken out of anger and frustration. A sattvic actor doesn't do that. That's what he's saying. Are you able to follow Vijay Ramakrishnan?
Yes, sir. I got it.
What it means is you do, whether your teamwork, whether your teammates do it or not, you do your obligatory, duties.
Okay.
Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Wherever, if you are in a responsible position of having to take corrective action, you will take the necessary corrective action, but you remain unaffected internally.
Okay.
Internally, there is a compassion, there is an affection, there is love in correction, not a frustration or anger because the result is getting delayed.
Delayed. Okay.
Most of the time in teamwork, we get angry because
Result is getting
we
delayed.
get angry because one person's thing is going to delay the result. Yeah, are you able to follow?
Yes.
See, understand it like this. I'll give you a simple example to make you understand. Life is like a symphony, orchestra. 100 பேர் violin வாசிக்கும் போது, even if one fellow makes a mistake, in the totality, it will not be seen in that. Individually, there is a problem. Individually, that fellow is not playing the right. Individually, that fellow is not playing the right tune. But in the totality, it gets drowned. You may not notice it at all. This is how a few who does good and noble actions, the rest derives the benefit and they enjoy it. And that few is the sattvic actor, and they are happy with it. They don't complain, oh, I am the doer, why are they enjoying that? They don't complain. Because the nature is like that. Life is a totality. Life is like a symphony, like an orchestra, not individual singing. Life is not an individual singing. Life is a chorus singing. Yeah. Chorus singing la rendu per apaswarama paadna kuda. In the chorus singing, even if two fellows goes out of tune, it gets drowned. Are you able to follow? Vijay, is it okay? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
Rajvel is saying, even though one could understand the concept, understanding the concept is there, implementing is the task. Implementing it is more challenging. Why the implementation is more challenging? Question. Raj is saying all these three, the sattvic, rajasic, tamasic actor புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுல ஒன்றும் கஷ்டமே இல்லை. It is easy to, what he is saying is புரிஞ்சுக்கிறது ஈஸியா இருக்கு. We are able to understand it better, we know it better. But implementation வந்துடுத்துனா it is becoming a task. Meaning it is becoming that much difficult. Yes, it does become difficult because that individual is not yet established in conviction. That individual's conviction is not yet clear. That is why the problem is. Again, I repeat, it is difficult, it is challenging because the individual's conviction is not yet that strong. Therefore, he finds it very difficult to implement. What is the challenge of implementation? The challenge of implementation is, carefully follow the mistake we make. The mistake in implementation is whatever higher I have understood or I am practicing, I immediately, instantly want it to be practiced by the whole group. Whatever I have understood as noble and higher, I immediately want this to be transferred to the entire group. Because of me wanting to do this to this entire group, implementation becomes a challenge. In the macrocosmic angle. In the microcosmic angle, the individual who's trying to practice it, that individual himself or herself doesn't have that conviction. That individual himself or herself has lot of doubts. Therefore, at the macrocosmic level, implementation is the challenge. Even at the microcosmic level also, implementation appears to be a challenge. And the challenge is not because of lack of understanding. The challenge is because lack of conviction on what one has understood. Raj, this is the difference. One is understanding. Another is a conviction in what you have understood. For example, honesty is the best policy. Everybody understands that. But very few have conviction in that so that they can be honest. Even though it is easy to understand, honest, I'm giving one example. Honesty is the best policy. Immediately what happens? I want everybody around me to turn honest instantaneously. Or I myself doubt. Maybe under some circumstances, honest like Krishna was. Immediately we will quote like Krishna was in some content. You follow? Now, understanding is different. Conviction in one's own understanding is the challenge. Conviction in one's own understanding comes only through manana, reflection. That is why everyday study and reflection is and nitya karma it is. Office ku போறது 3 வேளை சாப்பிடுறது நித்திய கர்மான்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம் இல்லையா? Going to office, eating thrice a day, having bathing, இதெல்லாம் we think as nitya karma. We have forgotten manana as nitya karma. Or A person when he doesn't have anything else to do time pass, they will do manana. Adu or category irukku. Where they don't have anything else to do, they will sit and they will sit and do like some of the fellows write books when they are in prison. No, when you are in prison, you don't know what else to do. You to maintain your sanity, you start writing something. Now that is not all this is not what he is saying. What is nitya karma? Manana is nitya karma. Nitya karma means that which ought to be done every day. What is manana? Manana is trying to develop a conviction on what you have understood is manana. Once a person does this manana and conviction comes, implementation becomes easy. So manana is a conviction on one's own understanding. Example, honesty is the best policy. Correct, sir, but adukku ellarum honest irundha thane. Honesty is the best policy, perfectly correct. Only when everybody is honest, no. When everybody is around me is dishonest and only me being honest is of no consequence. When everybody is stealing, sir, now if I am the only person who is not stealing, doesn't make any difference. Logic is correct, no? Are you able to follow? Implementation becomes difficult because we lack conviction on what we have. What you have understood, you lack conviction. But still I am saying you have understood it because you can give a non-stop 1 hour lecture. That's why I keep saying all the people who comes for the classes, 3 months is enough. 3 months, maximum 4 months is enough. You can give a 1 hour lecture, 1.5 hour non-stop lecture you can give. Now you are able to talk, you are able to convince, you are able to bring in logic and reason because you have understood, no? Otherwise you will not be able to do it. But then what Raj is saying is practicing is becoming so difficult. Why? Implementation is becoming that much difficult because it is lack of conviction on one's own understanding. What I have understood, I lack conviction in that. How does one develop that? Do manana. Manana has to be understood as nitya karma. Nitya karma means daily. It has to be a daily activity. But sir, time dhaan kedaikka maatendrathu adukku. If you are not finding time for obligations, all your time is spent on useless activities. Another useful activity ki time kedaikka maatendrathu. The person says, I am wanting to do, I am very much inclined to do, sir, I am very much interested to do. Only problem is I don't find time. Time equals priorities. We have seen this before any number of times. Time equals priorities. When you find, if something is your priority, you will find the time. If you are not finding time, means it's not your priority, or something else has taken up that priority. That's what it means. So when we say manana is a nitya karma, and a person says, I don't have time for nitya karma, means something else is taken over. Whatever be that. Therefore, understanding, though having understood the concept, is not able to put it into practice because lack of conviction on one's own understanding. One person had the courage to ask this question, why should I not steal? Everybody takes it for granted. When I say everybody takes it for granted, means everybody takes it for granted to tell the others, don't steal, don't steal, don't steal. One man had the courage to ask this question. Why should I not? Why should I not steal? It is so obvious, so straightforward that you should not steal. What is there to even ask a question in this? Vivekananda says, I sat and thought about why should I not steal? Because he had a necessity to steal. The necessity was he went to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa wanting to study. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, a huge backlog of loans, clear the loans and come back. Now, to clear the loans takes X amount of time, and he's so keen on. Where do you get a student like Vivekananda? Ramakrishna said, clear all that and come. Then only I will talk to you. Then only I will teach you. Then he says, so many times I sat and thought, why should I not steal? That man got a conviction that he will never ever get tempted at all to steal, because he has a conviction on what he has known. Are you able to follow? That person will never have a problem of implementation problem. We always have implementation problem because we lack the conviction. We always have the implementation problem because we lack conviction. I have given this example any number of times. Mahatma Gandhi, when he decided to fight for country's freedom, he wasn't Mahatma Gandhi then. He was just he's a lawyer who went to South Africa not to uplift to South Africa. When Mahatma Gandhi went to South Africa, he went to South Africa for what? Okay, a person goes to America for what? To work for America's freedom. Huh? He goes to America for what? A person goes to Europe for what? To work for Europe's welfare. Huh? What he goes for? Similarly, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi went to South Africa. Something happened there and he decided to fight for freedom. He came back and told his wife. Kasturba Gandhi said, this is what Mahatma Gandhi writes in his book. Exactly, I'm quoting verbatim from that book. Kasturba Gandhi tells Mahatma Gandhi, to fight for country's freedom is perfectly correct. But all this you should have decided before getting married. You will get married, produce 4 children, come to an alien country and say, I'm fighting for country's freedom. He said, Mr. Gandhi, go back to work, finish the case. We will make the money and go back to India. We will settle ourselves first and then we will worry about freedom. Most of us will agree with Kasturba Gandhi, no? Most of us will agree with her only. Mahatma Gandhi writes, sleepless nights I have to spend convincing myself, he writes. Kasturba Gandhi was not a problem. Sleepless nights I have to spend convincing myself. I say one of the very honest statement he made there. Sleepless nights I have to spend convincing myself about it. This is what the problem of implementation is. Even though he wanted to do it, his own mind, his own likes and dislikes, his own temptations makes the implementation difficult. Why implementation is difficult? Because of his own temptations, of one's own likes and dislikes, of one's own ignorance. Conviction comes and takes care of that. And how does conviction come? Conviction comes through everyday manana. Every day மன்னன் எங்கனாவது விட்டு போயிட போறதோன்னு ஜூம்ல வந்தாவது we have to keep reminding through Zoom we are coming. Through Zoom, through Zoom we have to come and speak because it's a nitya karma. My friend asked me, and உன்னால பேசாம 3 வாரம் இருக்க முடியாதா? He said, can't you shut up for government? Everybody has given the thing and give freedom for that for 3 weeks. Give freedom to people. You also just shut up for 3 weeks. I didn't give him this lecture. I said, hey, I can't. If I don't talk for 1 day, I get agitated. Something like a joke I said, and I ignored that. What is it? It is nitya karma. Are you able to follow? It is nitya karma which ought to be done every day. This turns into a conviction. Implementation becomes easy. Are you okay, Raj?
Sir, thank you very much, sir. I understood. But என்னோட வந்து இந்த stage of மனநால
Ravi says, in the same family, I find it extremely challenging to implement Vedantic principles. ஏன்னா அவர் minority. அவர் ஒருத்தர் மட்டும் தனியா இருக்கிறார் போல இருக்கு. In the same family, I find it extremely challenging to implement Vedantic principles because we are minority and criticized as anti-social. Because he's saying nobody else is supporting. This is the problem that everybody has. Everybody has the same problem. What is the problem? I'm willing to do, but the environment around me is not conducive, supportive. That's what he's saying. Ravichandran, yaar number Raviya? I'm wondering who's this Ravichandran now? Where minority, anti-social lam potirukkrare. What it means is the principle is always an individual practice, not a collective practice. The higher principles are to be understood individually and live it individually. You may be inspiring another to pursue it. You may motivate the way that you are living is interesting to the other. Vedantins are minority. Ravi, Vedantins are not minority. Vedantins say illa. Where is the minority? He's saying Vedantins are minority. In the classic வர 60 70 எல்லாம் வேதாந்தின் கிடையாது, minority. Vedantine there is no Vedantin. And when we say there is no Vedantin, what I'm meaning is a Vedantin is one who has this ideal of Jiva Brahma Aikya. Please understand, this Shastra is of two. The Shastrata rendu vidama paakalam. One, you can understand it as a Moksha Shastra, or you can understand it as a Swarga Shastra. Swarga Shastra na better life. I am agitated, I am disturbed, I want to be happy and peaceful. A person who studies Vedanta with this attitude is not. A person who studies Vedanta with this attitude is not a Vedantin. Incidentally, he is studying the scriptures and making use of it. But his motive, his focus, his attention is upon a happy, peaceful life, not moksha. Happy, peaceful life will not automatically transfer to moksha. If I'm leading a happy, peaceful life, will it automatically drive a person to aspire for moksha? Na? You don't make that connection. You have to separately work for moksha. So in that sense, who's a Vedantin? A Vedantin is one who's aspiring for moksha, who's aspiring to do karma yoga, who's aspiring to become more and more sattvic in nature. Sattvic in nature, karma yoga, idallam for what? To prepare oneself to gain the true jnanam and attain moksha. That's the sequence. So in that sense, a Vedantin is one who tries to, who is aspiring, who is trying to practice all this in a higher, for a higher purpose. Bhaskar, I'm not able to hear. Raj, I think Raj said something and I wasn't able to hear. You speak, Bhaskar. I check whether I'm able to hear.
Sir, I'm speaking. Is it audible to you, sir?
Oh no, I'm not able to even hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you all hearing me?
Yeah, we are hearing you, sir. But
God.
two times I noticed.
ரொம்ப நேரம் நானும் பேசினேன் யாருமே கேட்கல சரி சார் மூவி மாதிரி அனிமேஷனா போயிட்டு இருந்தது I was thinking. I'm not able to hear you. I don't know. Something wrong with my headphones. I'll check it out.
Okay, sir.
So, to answer the question, implementation, when we talk about the seeker in everyday life will be a minority. Seeker will be a minority always. You are correct. You used the right word. Seeker will be a minority. Because when the whole world is running towards indulgences and instant happiness, when you are trying to do something different from what they believe is the right thing to do, it will happen this way, no? So that way you will be in minority only. To summarize the three, the sattvic actor, rajasic actor and tamasic actor. Tamasic actor, ore vartha. What did I say? Tamasic actor, he is depressed because instant likes and dislikes, instant fulfillment of likes and dislikes, sits in depression. Rajasic actor, affected by joy and sorrow. Sattvic actor has dhriti and utsaha. So personality chart la போட்டுக்கும்போது sattvic actor na dhriti and utsaha nu போட்டுக்கணும். Rajasic actor affected by joy and sorrow. Tamasic actor sitting in a depression. These are the three: sattvic actor, rajasic actor and tamasic actor. There are a few more that we have to see, which we will discuss next Wednesday. As Venkat posted today, every Wednesday we meet at 6:45. Sorry, today I was I don't know, somehow I was thinking it as 7 o'clock, even though I only told him 6:45. So from next week, 6:45 to 8. Hari Om.